So, I wanted to make a brief video here, non-scientific, about what can happen when you're dealing with health issues and other things that are just totally outside of your control. You could say that health issues are in your control, the way you live your life, what you eat, your lifestyle in general. But at a certain point, they really do get out of your control no matter how perfect you optimize your life to be. And that can happen to anybody. And it's happening to me currently. You might notice I look pretty skinny. It's because I'm dealing with some pretty severe health issues related to my Crohn's disease right now, a pretty severe flare. So I just want to briefly speak on it and see if others may relate. And it's very demoralizing. It pretty much beats you down, and you fight back and you fight back, and it beats you down twice as hard, it feels like. You feel like you've lost control. You can optimize your diet, you can optimize your lifestyle, sun viewing, exercise, sauna, etc., hydration, and it still may feel out of your control. And it feels like you have no control. And because of that feeling, there's almost no end in sight. Because since you can't do anything about it, how can you possibly see an end to it in the current moment? And that's kind of what I feel like. Obviously, you've put in all this work in the gym and things like that, and you feel that your progress is being taken away from you. Again, this is under that category of loss of control because if it was up to you, you just keep progressing like you were before. But it's not. And these health issues, they're outside of your control. You feel helpless. You feel like your hard work and your progress is being taken away, and that's totally valid. And this causes undirected feelings of anger and frustration. You may take them out on the first person who you speak to. You may just feel like screaming. You may just feel like breaking something. And it depends on the severity of the problem, of course. But this is just my experience with it. Yeah, you feel like you lose your hard work. And to an extent, you do. I mean, you could be consoled by the fact that there's always muscle memory, but it doesn't change the fact that your momentum is destroyed. You're losing time, something you can't get back. You feel awful in the meantime. At least I speak for myself. You feel stagnant. You feel like you're not doing enough. And you start to compare yourself. In times like this, it's the worst time to compare yourself, but you can't help it because you feel like nobody can relate to you. You, as a lifter, as a person who's embarking on this type of health and fitness journey, you often have a social circle around you with the same interests. Maybe you go to the gym with them, go out to eat with them, go party with them, whatever. And even though these people are your friends and they do want the best for you, your social circle can act as reminders of everything that you're not doing and everything that you're not able to do. Even if they mean well, there's nothing stopping them from progressing, from living their life. And it's not their fault that something like this is happening to you either, of course. It's no one's fault. But you begin to compare yourself. It brings no joy, it brings only sorrow. But again, it's hard to help it. Maybe with great amounts of meditation, you can stop yourself from comparing. But to the average person, that's really not the case. You feel stagnant, unproductive. Maybe you go to work just to sustain yourself, but you feel like you're not doing enough. You feel like you're not doing anything really. You feel stuck in one place or that you're going backwards. That's totally valid as well. You lose your purpose. A lot of us find purpose in this whole healthy, fit lifestyle. It gives us something to look forward to every day, at the least. Something that we feel like we're going in the right direction and making progress on. And you lose that, all of a sudden it's taken away from you. You feel like you lose your direction. You even feel like you lose your identity. Obviously, it's not your whole identity, but it's a part of it, and that's not nothing. You can't ignore that. And again, totally valid feelings. You lose your routine. All of a sudden, you don't know what to do. I woke up this morning, I didn't know what to do. I felt no pressing, fe I don't know, just no pressing feeling that I have to do anything. I felt very directionless, aimless, purposeless, no routine really. I ate breakfast. I didn't even get any joy out of the food. I mean, that has more to do with my problem specifically, which is Crohn's, but um, even though I have not figured out any of this to any large extent whatsoever, this is a problem I'm dealing with. I have come up with a slide here with some recommendations, so maybe they'll help some people. Um, and yeah, let me zoom this out a bit. Basically, do what you can is my recommendation. It's very bad, but here I just put some videos of me doing what I can, and lately I haven't even been able to do this, but this was like 2 weeks ago. So doing what you can at the current moment may seem futile, silly, or inadequate. And let me pause these videos because they're a bit distracting. Um, and those are just videos of me like doing what I can. I don't feel good enough to go to the gym and commit to an entire workout there. So I'll do 10, maybe 20-minute workouts at home if I'm feeling up to it. I haven't been able to do those lately either, but again, that was like 2 weeks ago before my problem got even worse. Yeah, it may seem futile, silly, or inadequate, but it's still better than doing nothing. Can't really deny that. Exercise has been shown to have benefits when you control for everything else. Even if you have a shit diet, even if you're doing everything else wrong, exercise will still have its own independent benefit. It'll have a benefit on your neurotransmitters, on your gut flora, on pretty much everything. So it's still better than doing nothing, even if you're not making progress. It has its own benefits. You do feel marginally better after. I've noticed this with myself. Marginally. But there's a kind of feeling that you accomplished something. Yeah. And here I provide a list of some beneficial activities that require no physical work that you could do when you're dealing with health issues. So, sauna, you literally just go in there and sit. And I've been able to do this consistently. Make it as hot as possible for the best results, um, best feelings, best scientific results, whatever. Sunbathing, tanning, if you're in a cold climate, you're kind of fucked. But here in New York, it's summer right now, so definitely take advantage of that. Just go lay outside. Don't get sunburned, because that adds more inflammation to the body, and you don't need that. It's just bad for you in general, but the dose is the poison is in the dose. If you lay outside for 30 minutes, you'll be good. If you lay outside for 2 hours, you might start having unnecessary inflammation. Just being outside in general, being in nature, breathing in the fresh air, I found that to help as well. In times like this, even if you feel like complete shit, you could feel like complete shit outside in nature rather than inside in your room. Again, just little things that make a difference. And socializing. This is a hard one that I can't even really implement in my own life. When I feel so bad, I don't want to see people, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want them to see me in this state, I guess. That I start comparing myself to people who feel healthy and happy, and I just start feeling even worse. But socializing does help, and you kind of have to get past that. I have to get past that as well. There are people who want to socialize with you, your friends still want to socialize with you, so try to do that. And yeah, here I've provided some videos of me just quote unquote doing what I can, which are just like all various types of pull-ups that I've done at home. So, you could still make gains with these. Pull-ups are very, very stimulus-inducing exercise, even though they're so simple. Tons of people have gotten jacked off pull-ups. We're going a bit out of the scope of this video here, but I mean, you don't even need a pull-up bar for this. You could do it anywhere, really. So, there you have it. Oh well.